Hey everybody, Rowan here again. Tamaki asked if I would offer him some advice on his game, so here I am. He's pre-made with Kenyortasia, so let's just go through the game and see how they did. Actually, before I start that, I want to quickly check out his runes and masteries, see if there's anything I need to make a note of there. In both games he played support, so Team T goes support and his friend goes AD carry, which is fine. Okay, I'm just waiting for op.gg to update its database. Let me just go to the masteries. Okay, so he's got Morgana. Okay, they're not actually bad. I'll just pop them up here. He's gone for damage output, which is okay, I guess. Spell. Yeah, okay, so this is actually not bad. I mean, in theory, you can see he's actually put some thought into this and makes sense. Stupid vampirism. Why won't you go away? Looks like it's bugged out for some reason. Okay, whatever. So these are fine, they're not what I would do. I do use some of these. I don't bother with Wanderer or Intelligence, but I see you've combined it with Sorcery, so that gives you 10% off the bat, so that's pretty good. Everything else is fine, really. I tend to end at Bandits, and then I put, instead of going into offensive runes, I go into defensive, but that's my playstyle, so that's fine. So that was masteries. I need to check runes. Okay, this is not ideal. At least not ideal in my book. So you got Quince, Armor, Magic Penetration, and Ability Power there. Okay, I would put Magic Resist here, keep those there. Make these three, if you want to go AP, make these 3 AP, and then keep these Magic Pen if you're really desperate for that Magic Penetration. Look, I mean, I'll just show you what I use. But like I said, I mean, a lot of this stuff's actually also down to playstyle. Like, I'm a very defensive player in terms of I wait for people. Okay, so if I'm playing support, like this is what I have. 8.5 on auto attacks, magic resist, ability power, and armor. You use the auto attacks. You're going to be hitting them with the auto attacks, so you chuck in a little bit extra damage there. AP for your spells, magic resist, and armor for some defensive capabilities. And then in terms of masteries, just so you can see what I've got. AP support. See, I go a lot more into defensive skills. These help you stay in lane. This helps you make sure you don't get caught if you're trying to ward. And then just, yeah, pure defense here. But like I said, that's a playstyle thing more than it being 100% right or wrong, I'd say. So yeah. So nothing too wrong there. I mean, maybe you can learn something from what I do. But anyway, let's get on with the show. Oh, sorry, okay. I do want to go... I must have alt-tab there. Okay, so yeah, it switched because I was AFK for a second. Okay, so let's just look at your items. Okay, I understand in theory what you're doing here. You're rushing Sightstone, but this is not a good start. If you're playing Morgana, you want to go for the blue support. I mean, you have the 3 support items. You can see here, Brahm's got it's the green, yellow, and blue one. Green one's for strength, like melee, like hit point heroes. Blue ones for pokey type heroes, and the yellow is kind of like somewhere like it's closer to the blue one, but it's like for more passive laning, I guess. So yeah, you want to start with the blue one. It gives you some mana regen, gives you 3 points of poke, which give you extra gold and a little bit extra damage. If you go with the blue one, every time you throw on your W, which is the acid pits, you get free gold, basically. Throw it down underneath enemy champions, and it'll just automatically tick off, and great, that's free gold. Thank you very much, have a nice day. And also, like I said, you don't go cookies, like not everyone does, but I think most high level players do if you're going support or even certain top or mid laners. Cookie mastery is very good. I do like the ward though. Like I get a green ward early. What I do is I get my support item, 2 pots which turn into cookies, and then a green ward and my trinket. So this is the first thing I picked up. I'm just going to be watching this kind of like in fast forward. I wonder if I can actually play this playback speed. Let's just see how quickly that plays. Okay, it's a little bit slow. Let's skip. I'm mostly going to focus on your laning phase and then your team fights later. Okay, now, yeah, I remember watching this. I do not agree with this. Speed normal. Okay, so you just put your ward down earlier in the tri-brush to make sure no one invaded you. That was fine. So here, your teammate should use his yellow and chuck it in there. If you're worried about face checking, get your pre-made here to put his 3-minute ward. I mean his trinket ward in there. Like you don't want to waste this for here unless you're getting in lane ganked a lot. You want to use your green ward like up here or up here. Let me just be a bit more specific. Like if your fights are mainly focused around there, you want a green ward like that little spot there or up there. If you're fighting the enemy mostly around there, you actually might want to think about putting your green ward there or there. The reason why I say over here because smart enemy junglers will actually take a scenic route to get right behind you so you can't escape when they gank. And if obviously you're getting pushed in, then you just put the ward in your tri-brush. Okay, on with the show again. Okay, then this is something I noticed. You're very aggressive with your Qs. Now, I don't know about your ping. My ping sits anywhere between like 160 and 200 most of the time. If and when I do play Morgana... Oh, excuse me, it's late. If and when I do play Morgana, I try to bait my enemy into a situation where I know the Q will not miss. I do not use my Q to harass. You throw your W under people for harassment. You use your Q to lock people up. Like, between you and Graves, every time you land a Q, so you do your Q, then Graves does his E Q combo. Well, it's actually E auto Q or E Q auto, because they're going to be trapped for so long that it's basically free damage for him. And if he can use his E to get in close, then he can do a lot of damage to them. So yeah, that's just my advice. You might want to hold back on your Q spamming a bit. Okay. Yeah, and you see what level, you're still level 1, okay, so that's not really do much. Okay, level 2, and you leveled up your black shield. Yeah, that's fine, you're against Brom, he could try and level 2 you, and then you'd be in trouble. Like, you should be just trying to auto him here. Like, you walk all this way and you're within attack range. You've got Bandit. That's 5 extra gold. Just smack him in the face. You'll draw a bit of creep aggro, but then when you draw creep aggro, you just walk into a bush and it drops unless there's a ward. That's another way to check if there's wards in these bushes. If you draw creep aggro and you move into a bush and the creeps keep on attacking you, the creeps can see you, which means there's a ward in that bush. But yeah, here you could just auto him. Yeah, I mean, your friend needs to work on his last hitting a bit. I'm jumping ahead here, but I remember, like, ideally you want to go for 100 CS every 10 minutes. Like, it's obviously not going to work out like that in every game, but yeah, you should be going for 100 CS every 10 minutes, and in this game, I remember it was the 20-minute mark and you guys had 100 CS, well, your friend had 100 CS, so that's not good by, like, higher level standards. But I mean, that wasn't a bad combo there. You managed to bait Varus into sticking around. You got some good damage off on him. You see, in this situation, if you'd started moving up a little bit sooner, like as soon as you got the Q off and the Q hits, okay, you do start moving. If you could have gotten your positioning a little bit better, what you could have actually done is Graves could have just kept on playing aggressive and you could have put your black shield on him and he'd have been basically fine. Because Varus hasn't gone for blight stacks, he's gone for his Q, so that's a snipe and his E, which is that slowing damage field which stops things from healing. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, you see, and also in this situation, this is for your buddy here, you actually only want to last hit the creeps, because at this point you've won a trade, right? The enemy is like, we took a lot of damage, I don't want to fight these guys right now. Look at the number of minions you've got pushing against you. These guys are going to push towards your towers, so what you just want to do is, when it's like really low, you just lost it. Really low, lost it. Really low, lost it. And then that way the lane keeps on pushing, and you can actually, then you can play up. So like, let's just say your front line's here and his front line's, let's just say like the fight's happening mainly around here. Because you won the trade, you can actually stand in this area, because then if they, this is what would happen in high levels. If they've lost the trade and you have the advantage over them. You stand here. If they move in, you just go in on them and either kill them or force them out of lane entirely. So, yeah, tell your friend, play more if you win trades, if you know they've backed off. Play up further, and if they come into farm, punish them for it. Yeah, I mean, your friend queues here, which is okay, but I'd let the lane push more before queuing. Like, ideally, you want to learn lane controls that your fights occur here, like in this space. Like, you ideally want to, like, you want your heroes to be around this area, with the minions here, and the enemies up there. Or, like, the perfect positioning is just outside of the range of the tower. So that basically, so the enemies are here, enemy champions, and then you're actually fighting the creeps here. Because then they're constantly worrying, is someone coming from behind me? Is someone gonna come up from behind and stick their bits in my butt? No. They're gonna be constantly worried about getting ganked. Whereas you're like, I'm by my tower. This is perfect for me. Level 3, okay, so you level up Poison Pit, which is fine. But at this point, okay, so you've got vision, you gotta... Oh, wait, so then where's Braum? Okay, so Braum comes in. Braum's been gone for a long time. You miss. Okay, I think this is where you guys managed to land the Q and win the trade. Or was that... Oh, jeez, look where Braum is! Like, he's down here! Like, this is another thing, like... If you think the enemy support is in the area, then be a little bit careful. If, like, this goes on for, like, he's alone for quite a while. And if he's alone for this long, like, if you don't see the enemy, you know he's not in the bush. Why would he be sitting in the tri-brush, except if he's worried about a jungler? In this situation, you guys just go, hey, there's two of us, one of him, and you just both go straight for him. Force him out of lane, tell him, you want to stay here? You gotta bring a friend, buddy. This is like no singles allowed. Like, yeah, allowing him to farm when there's two of you and you could easily force him out of lane is obviously not such a good play. Like, okay, so you move up now and you try to force him out. Yeah, okay, so okay, and then Braum pitches up again. But like, let's just see, in this situation, like something you could try, like what I would do, like what's he gonna do? Obviously, he's gonna, you move up here, right? You're moving up, so he's gonna know, oh, you want to try and land a Q on me, so he's gonna move behind the creeps. So what do you want to do? You want to cast your Acid Pit right there. Because then you move like this, throw your pit down. Now you're forcing him here. Like, you're rotating like this, forces him to move in that direction, right? Now he's gonna go, okay, now you throw the pit down. He's gonna go like, okay, crap, I can't stand this, I'm gonna take damage. So where's he gonna go? If Graves moves up, and he keeps on moving this way, that's just a freaking recipe for disaster, so he's gonna have to back out. And then if you guys play this right, you just keep on moving in this direction, and while he's backing up this way, you try and land a Q on him there. Like, there's a lot of little things about this game, like, particularly at lower levels, like, you can actually predict what a player will do. Like in this situation, like I was just saying, if you move up in this direction, and this guy, and if this is the thing, it doesn't work on players who don't know the game that well, because if they don't know what you can do, they don't care, they're just going to do what they want to do. But this guy knows what you can do, so you move there, and you actually control them to move either there or in this direction. This doesn't only apply to bot lane, this applies to anything. Like, it's part of pressure and zoning. Like, if you were Blitzcrank and you moved up like this guy would be like, nope, I'm out of here. But yeah, so you must like learn to actively do more of that kind of thing. You don't actually have to cast spells or anything. You just need to go and move and see how this guy would react. And obviously it depends on matchup. Like in this situation, if this guy was fed and his support was like Leona or whatever, obviously moving in aggressively is risky. But yeah, I mean, just something to be aware of. Okay, so Brom comes back in. Okay, so you land QW. It's pretty good. At this point though, you're basically out of mana. I don't know why Graves goes that far up. Like, honestly, I have no idea. Like, he puts his ward down, he keeps on going to dragon. You guys are going to do dragon now, so why is he going all that way up? And again, just so you know, if you do climb the rank system, you're gonna find that if you do things like just throw out spells like you did with your Q there, particularly that you're low on mana, you're gonna find you throw out a Q and you miss, guys who know what they're doing will go, oh cool, and they'll just go straight in on you, because your main form of crowd control is now down, and they'll use that window of opportunity to punish you. So like I said, be a bit more careful with your Qs. The binding's powerful, but one, only if you land it, and two, if you mess it up, higher level of play, you'll get punished for it. Yeah, you see, if like, actually if I was Graves here, I wouldn't have wasted my mana doing that. He uses about a third of his mana to chunk out Brom, which is okay, but it's also a bit of a waste, because Brom is not that much of a threat at this point. Oh, and that flash was unnecessary. Okay, even if you've got no mana, right? Okay. This guy here has just demonstrated, he's like, I'm not interested in you. He's going for Graves. So like, you need to learn to watch what your opponents are doing, as opposed to, like, both of your opponents, as opposed to just the one. Because in this situation, I mean, you've still got your pot. So he hits you, it takes 4 attacks to stun lock you. So he hits you with your Q, he has to walk up. He's only gonna get in, like, at most, he's gonna get in 2 auto attacks here. Even if this guy gets in 1, you're still gonna be about here, and you're not gonna be low enough to risk dying, and then you can just hit your pot. You want to keep flash for, like, ultra hardcore dangerous situations, as opposed to, yeah, that situation where it wasn't really that big a deal. Yeah, and I noticed you and your friend did this another time as well. Hang on to your summoner spells until the last second. Like he just heals here, I understand, again, in theory, it's like, okay, you know, you've got to use it. But imagine if they engage on you, right? And let's just say, for argument's sake, their summoner spells are down. They don't have flash, they don't have heal. They engage on you. And they get you low enough where they think they're gonna kill you, and then all of a sudden you pop heal. And then a fight that they were winning, they're now losing. And they're going, oh crap, we committed to this because we thought we were going to win, and now we're going to lose, and you kill both of them. Yeah, and you guys just, you're not in the best of health here. But really, at this point, nothing's going to kill you. It would take a level 5 Sejuani or someone who was willing to risk diving the tower to kill you both, and yeah, it's just not going to happen. Okay, now I don't understand why Graves. What you want to do is actually chunk the wave just before it gets to the tower. Okay, so actually Graves is hanging way back. So kind of like at this point, you want Graves just to walk up. Graves needs to walk up here and just blast the wave. Either that's a bit more risky to control, but that's just what I would do. But I suppose I know the timing is a bit better. So like here, okay. But you see now the timing's out anyway, because if he doesn't time this right, he's going to lose this anyway. So another thing you can do is go, okay, he orders this, he gets the creep kill there. He wants to move into this position here, and then Q in this direction. Because it's going to be tower hits, he Qs, he gets that creep. He'll probably lose that one, but he'll also gotten a couple of these in the back here. And then let's just see, I think he does Q here at some point. He would lose far less. Okay, now you see, let's just look at this for example. That will take one more tower shot, and then he can auto attack it. That's gonna die to a tower, that's gonna die to a tower. That needs a tower shot and 2 auto attacks. So in this situation, okay, so that hits. This is something, if you guys choose to go pre-made and try and climb as high as possible. Sorry, I was just checking my phone. You're gonna need to learn this, is that if the tower hits and it's on this much health, you then attack it, he then attacks it. So let's just do this in different colors. Okay, so tower hits, and it's in this order. So this is 1. That's pretty. That doesn't stand out very clearly. Let's just use yellow. So tower attacks is 1. You attack 2. And then he attacks 3. That will get him the creep kill every time, assuming the creep is on full health. And that is something you're going to have to learn. Farming on the tower is something you're going to have to learn if you guys want to climb. Okay, okay, so you were thinking about leaving. Okay, a little something I do when I'm playing support. 99% of the time I will always back with my support, because chances are if you hang around alone, they're either going to call in their jungler to gank you, or they're going to risk a 2v1 tower dive as opposed to a 3v1 tower dive. And yeah, I just found in lows it's safer just to go, your teammate goes back, you go back. It's a fairly simple rule, and it'll save you in the long run. The amount of times I see, like, again, like in this situation, Graves should basically either get killed or be told, sorry, this is not your lane, get out. And then you get back to lane and he has to go back because he's gotten fucked up by Forest and Braum. Okay, let's skip this. Oh, sorry, do need to point something out. So you buy a Sightstone, that's great. You need to ditch the trinket. You can only place 3 wards at a time, which your Sightstone enables you to do. You need to swap this out for a red trinket, so you can sweep away wards. Okay. Otherwise, yeah, nothing else really wrong with buying pots. Okay. Yeah, that's just a miscommunication there. Yeah, you see, I mean, like, that's also a little bit... like, look at Graves. Graves is like, oh, you're never gonna hit that, I'm gonna go back this way. And then it's like, oh, you did hit that. So now he goes in, which is fine. But you want to try and assume... like, in that kind of situation, you want to assume your teammates... well, not assume, but you need to be able to look and tell, oh, this is actually going to hit, I need to go in. Because then, if he hadn't started walking backwards... like, let's just look... you find your Q off here, right? He could have, in this time, gotten to about, at very least here. And then... let's just check this. Okay, so at this point, Graves could have walked in here. Now he's in here and buck shots at point blank. This Varus is not. Varus is gonna go. I'm out. I'm done. GG. AFK. But instead, because he was on the retreat, he then has to dash in just to get any kind of damage on him. So yeah, little thing you guys need to work on if you're going to be going pre-made together. Yes, your ward, that's fine. Push the lane out. More warding. Oh, okay, Mundo's coming to gank. Let's just see what I can see here. Okay, so Braum backs out. Oh, okay, nothing really happens. Oh, what the hell are these guys doing? Oh, you don't have mana. Still, you managed to get him. Like, this even shouldn't even have gone this far. Why, like, you... these guys are coming in here. Why are they even thinking that? They think, oh, this, you know, what we can't see can't hurt us, and because you're in the bush, you're not going to be able to fight them. What are these two thinking? Like, the moment Varus starts moving out and moving down here, you should be moving, you should just queue, like, right here. But let's see, I think it plays out, yeah. Look, you still land your Q on him. But you could have done it so much earlier. In the end, it basically works out in your favor, but... yeah, And again, don't take a lot of what I obviously say is in hindsight, so okay, and then Shaco's out. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like I was saying, a lot of what I say is basically in hindsight, so you know, I don't expect you to play perfectly. You're gonna make mistakes. Okay, so you both get back to lane. Oh, and another little trick, this is something I do a lot. I do it as either ADC or support. And often when I do it as ADC, I realize my supports pick up on it and copy it, basically. You can bait the creeps just out of tower range. So basically the tower will attack like this space here, right? So if your support, okay, in this situation what I would do if I was you, that creep dies, right? What you actually want to do is draw creep aggro and start moving up here. And then you make the creep sit just in this area here. And yes, you're going to take damage, and yes, these guys are probably going to try and punish you for it. But it's still something I like to do so that you can control the wave a bit easier, so the tower doesn't get creep kills, because there's a lot of CS coming in here. And if you're in a situation where you know you're not going to get punished, when this dies, just start walking straight, like attack creep once, so that the AI definitely goes, oh, you're a threat to me, I'm going to attack you. And then when you've triggered minion aggro, then you move up into the space here. Tower won't attack the creeps, and you just stop. You just push S in this area, and then the creeps keep on hitting you, but the tower's not hitting them, and then you just let your ADC pick them off. Okay, not really much going on there. Like, yeah, I mean, if I'm just gonna pause very quickly. Yeah, so it's 10 minutes, right? Your friend only has 37 CS. That is not good, to say the least. That's quite bad, actually. At this point, you should be looking at, like, at very least 70 plus, depending on the lane. But yeah, like I said, just the rule of thumb is 100 CS every 10 minutes. Varus, and just in terms of basic skill, like Varus can at least, and I know Varus is probably playing from the EU, so he's got lower ping. But if your friend has, like, if your friend's got 150 to 200 ping, he's got no excuse not to be able to last it. Or at least last it better. Oh, and you bought a pink ward at some point. Why are you hanging on to it? Like if you're in this part of the lane, if you're on this side of the map, if you're on blue side, you get your pink ward and you just chuck it right there in the dry brush. Because if Shaco's going to try and gank you, he's either going to try and leap over the wall with Q, in which case you're not going to see him anyway, or he's going to come in this way and you'll see him with an ordinary ward anyway. But if he comes here, and you're not going to catch him unless you've got a pink ward, because sometimes they can leap over the walls. Or you could even have a green ward there, you might spot him, but it'll be much harder. Generally when Shacos come to this area, they'll queue before so that they're invisible when they hit the tri-brush. And I mean, you, like I said, you can do that over the wall anyway. So yeah, it's fairly likely that that's gonna happen. But yeah, regardless of whether the shack goes in the game or not, you put your pink ward in the tri-brush as soon as you can. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, you see, I mean, this is exactly what I mean by, like, you leave lane, and what happens? Our two buddies down here just go, oh cool, Graves is alone, and they try to kill him. The pink ward there, it's not bad. It does obviously give you complete coverage of the dragon. But like I said, I would put my pink ward, since I can actually see her now, put the pink ward over here, and just throw a green ward in there. Your pink ward your pink ward becomes more cost effective, because if you put it in here, it's probably going to live a very long time, which makes it more cost effective in the long run. As opposed to when you put it in there, if the enemy jungler comes along to do the dragon, he's going to see it and go, oh, and he's going to smash it. So, pink ward here, in this spot. You want to put it on this over here, because then, like, if the enemy comes and throws in their green ward, like say here, and then they see your pink ward's over here, they're like, they actually have to walk in and attack it, as opposed to, like, if you put your pink ward over here, they're now, like, they can walk in, they throw in their ward, and they're like, oh, there's a pink ward right here, and they just smash it. It's so much easier. As opposed to if you put it in here, they obviously have, this becomes now like a trap for you, if you're paying attention. Or a trap for them, sorry, if you're paying attention. Wait, where did that heal? Again, try and save your summoner spells for the last minute. Oh, sorry, last second. Please, you kill him, right? Yeah, okay. Well, that in this situation, okay, Q lands. Why is he even walking over? Like, no. He's dead without, he doesn't even have to ulti. Okay, so that lands, you've got 3 seconds. From here, you can Q in here, E in here, Q. You're gonna hit with more than 1 pellet, and that's gonna do more damage, and he's dead. Like, guaranteed. Like, what are you? You're level 7, right? So, let's take a LoL wiki and look up Graves. So at this point you'd have put 4 points into Q. No, 5 points into Q. Level 1, level 3, level 5, yes. No, level 7, yeah, 4 points, sorry. So it would be level 4, which means it does 165 plus your bonus 80. So you've got a BF sword, 80% bonus 80. So it's going to be doing at least 250 damage plus your auto attacks. So you eat, and that's 1 pellet. So that is 165. You're basically looking, if you hit him with an extra pellet, so if you connect with 2, then you're looking at about 200. If you connect without 3, you're looking at about like 240, 230, 240. So straight away, you Ian, if you connect all 3 pellets, you knock off 100, 250. Plus it's going to make your pool more potent the less health he's got. And then one auto attack and he's dead. And you don't even have to waste your ultimate. Or your friend doesn't have to waste his ultimate. I mean, look how... Okay, Braum saved him there, but if... Again, that's just the thing. If he had E'd in and Q'd, this guy would... He'd be dead. Braum would not have been able to shield him in time. Because he gets hit by the Q. And if he was close, it would have killed him. Oh, and it's also he dies and then your friend casts his ultimate. No, he does get him, but that was still very sloppy. Then here comes Shaco. Whoa, buddy, why are you going back in? That was either some baiting or just pure luck. I mean, you exhausted him, so he wasn't going to do much damage anyway, but still. Okay, I'm just going to skip ahead a bit here. Hang on, what happens here? Okay, so you flash, but you don't have your ultimate. Still 20 seconds on your ultimate. I'm guessing you thought you had your ultimate, and then they turn on you. And how do you survive? Buddy, that's lucky. Luckily for you, Mundo comes and cleans up. I don't know what you were thinking there. Because you must have thought I'm gonna either you're gonna flash ulti, you're gonna flash Q. None of which happens, and you still have okay, so you Q him there. And this Graves, what does Graves do? Okay, so he dashes that distance, then auto so creep. Yeah, that's basic mechanical stuff, like Graves acts like he's attacking creeps while you're getting the snot kicked out of you. But you do win the fight, so that's fine. Oh, in terms of your itemization, I explained this to someone else I gave some advice to as well. I don't play Morgana as AP. I use her abilities purely for crowd control and for like a little bit of harassment and damage. So this is just my preference. I don't get sword boots, I get mobility boots to allow me to get around the map faster. And then looking at this composition, you're obviously going Zhonya's. First item I would get against this composition is Aegis of Legion, which gives you and your teammates extra magic resist when you group up. Because Ari, magic damage. Braum, magic damage. Varus, some magic damage. Shaco, he'll be building AD, so I'm not really going to count him. And then Cho'Gath, mostly magic damage. So you buy Aegis of Legion, you're immediately adding, in a team fight, that's 20... Well, that's 20 magic resist per person, so that's like 80% magic resist right there. Not 80%, it's 80. But yeah, Aegis will obviously help you against all those guys. Whereas Zhonya's effectively will only protect you against him to a certain degree and him. I'm not saying Zhonya's is wrong, I would just get it as a secondary. Like, you get your boots, you get your sightstone, you get your boots, then Aegis, and then you can either build your Zhonya's, or I would actually build Righteous Fury. Okay, I don't know what Varus is doing here. He is accomplishing nothing by trying to flank you. He's not an assassin. Yeah, and then you decide, ooh, pretty creep. Oh, I think, yeah, he's gone for the rest of the game. So I'm not gonna... At this point, I think I've given you some basic advice. Like I said, for you... Okay, for you... Use your Q in situations where you know it's gonna hit. And then when you know it's gonna hit, your friend must be ready to follow up. Like, none of this, he's backing out, and then your CC lands, and then he's like, oh crap, I must go in and attack. You must get to the point where he can trust you enough that he knows you throw out that spell, it's gonna land. So, yes, spam your Qs less, use it in situations where it's only gonna hit. You want to poke and harass, use your W. Get a support, get one of the starting support items. Like I said, I understand what you're doing in theory, but in the long run, it does not help you. It kills your. It's like this is season 5, and you're playing season 3. Because season 3 was when everyone rushed Sightstone because there were no really good support items. I'm pretty sure it was season 3. When were support items introduced? League of Legends. Okay, so the new support items were introduced at the end of Season 3. So pre-Season 4. So, yes. So, learn how to use the support items. Then for your buddy, he needs to work on his basic mechanics. Like you guys, you do win, you basically technically win lane, but you don't win lane because, and this is something I say, and don't take it personally, because I say it to everyone, and including myself. Most of the time you're not winning lane because you're good, but because your lane opponent is bad. Like most, even in, like I'm like hovering around gold 3 at the moment, but I think my MMR is a bit higher because I'm usually fighting against like gold 1s and plat 5s. But anyway, so, but most of the time these games tend to be horribly one-sided. Like one team gets an advantage, and then they just snowball the advantage and destroy the other team completely. And they usually get that advantage not from playing well, but from the other team fucking up. And in this situation, again, no offense, you guys are winning because they're fucking up a lot, not because you guys are making like amazing plays or whatever. So you need to work, like you need to tell your friend, work on your last hitting mechanics. Again, if he's got high ping, yeah, that's gonna be difficult. But if he's playing with the 150, like basically the 150 to 200 range, it is playable. You can last hit quite easily. Okay, anyway, because Shaco's gone. Okay, I remember you guys decided to gank here and push the lane. Okay, so you get the kill. You're like, woo, let's push. Yeah, get the tower. Like I said, I'm just going to be skipping ahead here because at this point it's a 4v5 and I only really want to see like team fights and stuff. Yeah, so, okay. You land your binding, and you decide you want to kill a Braum, right? That bind lasts for 3 seconds, so what you do is you move up here. Because you're on full health. Let's put it this way. You move up here, yes, Varus is going to attack you. But if Varus is attacking you, that leaves Graves free to attack him. So, I'm just actually going to let this play out a bit. Okay, because that hits, and you ulti. But what you actually want to do is you want to move like over here. Because then when Varus moves in, and he starts running, that's when you ultimate. Because then Braum needs to decide, now, do I stay? And I'm going to get caught in your ultimate, and I can try help my teammates, or do I run, and hopefully make it out alive? Which he's probably going to die anyway. In this situation, he would be dead because he's got no tower and he has to run quite far. But you want to you don't, like, in this situation, like, Graves goes on Varus, that's fine. But you've caught the biggest, the tankiest guy with your ultimate. You want to get in a you want to put yourself in a position where you can catch both of them. But anyway, so that's, yeah. You could have caught both of them there. Why is that playing faster? Playback, speed, normal speed. Yeah, I mean, you do kill him here. And again, I mean, just on the subject of CS, I mean, at this point Graves is catching up because you guys are so far ahead because you've gotten so many kills. But you've also taken 11 CS away from him, which is basically like 150 gold. That could mean the difference between a BF sword or a pickaxe early game. So you need to be aware of that. If you have the starting support item, you'll get gold just by using it. So, like I said, with Morgana, you throw the W out underneath the enemy, and if it's got stacks on it, it just chugs up the money, and it goes, cool, thanks. Here's your gold. Okay, you're completely out of mana at this point. I don't even know why you're hanging around. Okay, now I remember this. You got no ultimate here. Like, it actually takes you... Who did you land? You haven't actually even... You don't even cast your Q. What the hell, man? Because you're so low on mana. Yeah, like, again... You got 80 mana. All you've got is enough for Black Shield. Like in this situation, you know what? I'd have actually gone. You know what, guys? I'll die. You've got your buddy with you. You Q Ari. If you Q Ari, she's dead, man. She's not going anywhere. You Q Ari. Your buddy comes up here. E's as close as possible. Buckshot. Ultimates. That's a ton of AoE damage. Yes, you probably die, and your friend gets like a double or triple kill, or at very least gets like a kill and assist. Like, and this is something I'm going to say as support. This is like an attitude check. When you're playing support, you're not there to get kills. You're there to make sure your friend gets kills, so that he can win the game for you. None of this, oh, I'm going to farm for CS, I'm going to farm for death cap, I'm going to farm for whatever. You as a support, you buy items that allow your teammates to get kills, that allow your teammates to take objectives. That's why you buy a Sightstone. What does a Sightstone do? It gives vision. Is vision inherently helpful to you? Yes, it does, so that you can see things, but I mean, it's more about what does it offer your team. So you got to think like that for all the items. It's like, okay, I can get this. This might offer me a lot, but how much does it offer my team? So yeah, I mean that's just a little attitude thing there. Oh, and then I just want to point out here, at this point, like, you guys sitting here for a little while, and you should have just cast to W. Again, this is not to do with you, but Annie should be waiting in the bush with the stun, so that as soon as they walk into range, I mean, dude, he casts his W, does a lot of damage to them, but only after he casts his W is the bear. The bear doesn't even stun. W. There's no stun on the bear. He goes. Oh, he's got no. Oh, dude, this is so bad. I'm sorry. This is not you. This Annie is. Oh my god, this Annie is terrible. She's got. You need 4 stack. You need to cast 4 spells to get the stun. Which means at this point she's got no or 1 stack because she casts W, no stun. Tibbers, no stun. Q, and she gets a stun. So she had 1 stack when she did that. And so she should have been in the bush with full stacks waiting. Dude, that's like, imagine if she'd stun all 3 of them in that position there. She stuns and then she can W all of them. Oh man. Again, that's not you, but maybe you'll be playing any support in the near future and you'll remember Rowan told you, oh yes, always make sure you got your stacks up. I mean, you guys win, but that's just because at this point you guys are so far ahead. 7,000 gold. Okay, so look, I'm just mostly... Yeah, you guys take dragon. Yeah, Shaco bailed, so this was a 4v5. Oh, and just another thing, I mean, I'm not... In this game it doesn't really matter because it's a 4v5, but in a normal game you basically want to stick to your AD carry. Like, you grab onto him and you're like, I'm not letting... You're like a parent, and the AD carry is your child. Do you just let your child wander around the streets alone? No, you go with your fucking child. Like, children are dumb, children make mistakes, children get caught by nasty people. So you go with your child / AD carry to make sure he doesn't get caught by a nasty person. But like I said, in this game it doesn't really matter because... Yeah, it's 4v5. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you guys basically end the game, yeah. Yeah, they surrender. GG. So yeah, for your friend, like I said, he just needs to work on his mechanics. Like, his CSing is not great. Learning how to use like spells and stuff to clear creep waves effectively. And then as I mentioned to you earlier, you already know what you need to look out for. And then you guys need to work on your communication. So that, like, there were so many times when you landed a Q and your friend was not on the same page as you. And if he had been, that Q would have been like either kills or forcing guys out of lane, either of which is extremely good. But anyway, I hope you found this video at least a little bit enlightening. If not, yeah, maybe you just play for fun, you're not too worried about things, but you wouldn't have asked me for this then. But anyway, it's late, I'm tired. Like I said to you in League, thanks for letting me post this up. A lot of people are quite shy about their level of play, so they don't want to seem bad. But yeah, if you're watching this and you found it interesting and you want me to do some verbal coaching for you, something similar to this, just let me know. Cool. Thanks, guys.